Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to your February Shreem Brzee forecast to increase your wealth. I'm Lalitha Varahi, and as usual, I meet with you on a Sunday, once a month, to see what are the best power times for you to increase your wealth, to have a transformation, totally change the way we think about money and remove fears and all those things. So I wanted to tell you today, you know, I'm a Vedic astrologer, so I'm very biased, but I've looked into it for almost 20 years now, into Vedic astrology. So first of all, I want to say it's Sunday and the sun is ruling today from Capricorn. And we're talking always about the Vedic zodiac, and it makes a huge difference when you look at the zodiac and you don't know which zodiac you're looking at. Because I believe now in Western astrology, they're saying that the sun is in Aquarius, I think. So the sun is in Capricorn according to the fixed stars. Those don't move for thousands of years. So they're very reliable, and astronomy also uses the fixed stars. So the sun in Capricorn means what? The Devas woke up just recently, the day the sun entered into Capricorn, because it was January 14th, which is the time when the gods wake up. So for them, a year is only one day, 24 hours. So from January until, you know, the summer solstice, it will be daytime for them, and then they go to sleep. So then it's nighttime for the other 6 months. So this is a very auspicious time for us to connect with the sun and pray for intelligence, pray for wealth, pray for enlightenment, or anything you like, because the sun represents our soul. So soul intelligence, we already have it. We just need to remember that we need to be empowered with our thinking and behavior. Chant to the sun mantra if you like. And so that Dr. Pillai has always talked about the sun, how important it is. All right, so when the devas are awake, they are more likely to respond to you quickly. At least that's what I understood from Dr. Pillai's teachings and what I've looked into as I was studying Vedic astrology. So say your prayers with very much confidence. The sun also gives you confidence and high self-esteem, because we all have like our moments when we have low self-esteem. Dr. Pillai said, no, you have to think you're a genius. Okay, so I know it's a stretch sometimes, but we need to try, right? To think Yes, I'm a soul. I'm a soul in a physical body. So I can have super intelligence. Why am I talking about this now? Because, yes, time and Vedic astrology are very much connected, and time and money are also connected. That's why we get together and look at the power times every month to see what's the best time to do what. So which is which? What's the best time to increase wealth? What's the best time to remove karma, etc. So we have big power times this month. Let's get started, please. So this time we're looking at, so February, you know, is a shorter month, ends on February 29th this year. Next, please. Let's go to the next slide, please. There's a reason. We'll come back to the other one. So February 1st is Dr. Pillai's birthday. Before we talk about the waning phase, I wanted to mention this because Dr. Pillai is our spiritual teacher. And when we connect with our spiritual teacher, we are all set. It is the belief of the Siddhas. It's also my belief and what I've learned in, through the studies of yoga and the meditation and Vedic astrology. So when you're connected with your guru is the being who removes our ignorance. What is ignorance? Limited thinking. I'm just a physical body. I'm just me. What can I do alone? We have every power. And when we are blessed to have a living guru, we're even more, we are even luckier because the energy of the guru can do everything for you. I have not done anything since I met Dr. Pillai. He's done everything through me, I believe, because I couldn't even conceive some of the things I later studied or the things I did. I feel that I owe him everything, and just a new perspective on life, more positivity, excuse me, and more opportunities and more ideas, and everything has changed, just everything, for the better. So I believe that I don't want to talk so much about my experience, maybe another time, but definitely in the last 15 years, I cannot even say I'm the same person. And I believe Dr. Pillai is the being. Not only is he an enlightened master, he is here with us and he's always thinking about us. He's always blessing us. If he's not doing that, he's thinking about the world. So we are included too. So he's always thinking about us. And we want to connect with him at a very deep level, because then even the gods, the divine beings like Lakshmi and Lord Vishnu can connect with us better, because we have pure thinking. We have the blessings of our guru, who removes our ignorance and our negative thoughts. So that's why I wanted to mention it. There are lots of rituals you can order, Pillai Center and Astroved also. If you want to join his program, that's very much recommended. I would not miss it. Unless there are unforeseen circumstances, and I can never miss Dr. Pillai's birthday. I used to go to all these India trips for his birthday. I never regretted it. It was always amazing and miraculous. So we cannot do that anymore, fortunately, after 10 years or so. It stopped, and now we're still connected with him. We're very lucky, and there will be an online program. There'll be more, and he is going to meet with us 3 times. I believe it's February, March, and April. So 3 months in a row, he will do something if you join that level. I believe that's what we have this year, but there will be a link, I believe, right, Radha? Do we have one? Or we want to add that? So you can join live with them. Perhaps you can buy it later for less when, like as a on demand, but I recommend getting the blessings and the darshan, which is an energy transmission. Also, when you are really devoted to your spiritual teacher, the prayers that you say or that your wishes will come true. They will be fulfilled. Because we cannot see everything. There are so many levels of enlightenment that we cannot even conceive. And the guru is in touch with God, is the vehicle. You know, through the guru, we can understand God. That alone, it's very difficult. Some people try today because we have become more independent, but I can see that sometimes there's confusion and struggle. So having a guru is very, very helpful. It's one of the greatest blessings, probably the greatest, if you love God, and I believe you do. Okay, so I didn't understand if we have a link, but I believe someone can edit if it's not there, but I'm pretty much sure that we can post it in chat. Okay, thank you. All right, so we can go back to the waning phase now. And we have a new Mula mantra, right? You know, Shiva May Vibhuti, and that's very powerful, but you can also use the older Mula mantras, like the miracle mantra or the longer mantra, Om, Aim, etc., etc. And you can find all those on YouTube. If you're not joining, you can still connect with your guru with a picture. Oops. And with a picture and his mantra and also a candlelight. That's all you need. That's the minimum. And then you can ask for what you want. He said, if you cannot see me, if I'm not around, with a candlelight and say in my image, you can always connect with me. So that's a great blessing. All right, so let's talk about the waning phase, which is the subdued, what I call the subdued phase. We're a little bit not depressed, but calmer and less enthusiastic about even our goals. So we need to be careful what we think. It's also a great time to connect with your ancestors. Pretty much, I don't know the percentage, but a lot of our thoughts come from our ancestors. And we're not responsible for what they've done, but we become responsible through their thoughts because we perpetuate these thoughts, right? Unless we challenge them by helping them and loving them more, helping them more, and so they can leave the earth plane and go into the higher realms of light. And from the light, they can always bless you, help you with a specific problem. Maybe it's a financial problem, maybe it's a health issue. And that is the belief of the yogis, that you help the ancestors ascend to the light, and then they will be able to help you like the gods. They'll be your gods. And so you can do that during the waning phase. Maybe if you do Tarpanam once a week, maybe you want to try to do it every day, and you'll see a major change, because that's the #1 recommended ritual that Dr. Pillai recommends. So you can go online if you don't know what Tarpanam is, if you're new to this call, go and search for Tarpanam. There are lots of videos by Mohini, Padma, and also Lakshmi, and I believe I have one too. So look into this because it will change your life for sure. So if you're not taking screenshots, I recommend writing down these dates because they can be very helpful for you to be alert. Awareness is everything. We are creating every second with our perceptions, with our awareness. So we want to be very alert and look into these power times and see why they're so important. Okay, so the 11th moon of Vishnu is the power time to call him, and he will come to you fast on the 11th moon, and he will respond more to your prayers. You can also pray to Goddess Lakshmi. So remember, the divine beings are not egocentric. They really love each other so much, and they pray to each other, they worship each other. And you probably know that from the Ramayana. He prayed to Shiva so much with tears. Goddess Sarasvati prayed to Rama with tears. Goddess Lakshmi loves her husband so much. When you pray to Lord Vishnu, she will come. But also you want to invoke her, why not, right? So chant Om Namo Narayanaya 108 times. If you forget the mantra, just say Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. That is what this sage, I think his name was Varada, he became enlightened by saying only Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Now even the gods listen to him because he's so enlightened. And so also chant Shreem Brzee 1008 times, because this is a very powerful wealth power time. Powerful power time sounds like redundant, but actually you cannot overestimate the 11th moon. Even number 11 is lucky because of the 11th moon. All right, so next, please. 13th moon. This is the time when we want to unload, download all the bad karma and leave it. Forget we ever had it. And how do we do that? We have such a great technology. We have the sound Brzee. And when you put that in the throat, big things will change. Your mindset will change. Dr. Pillai has also advised it to do it at sunset. If you can remember that, that's the great time. It's like a pradosham with Brzee. Pradosham time is before sunset, you know that, right? 1.5 hours before sunset. So when you chant the Brzee during that time, that's a great way to remove karma. If you have other technologies that you use, like the limes or coconuts, then go ahead and do those too. If you don't, no worries, just chant Brzee in the throat. Okay, that will remove bad, stubborn thoughts of poverty, fears of poverty, memories of scarcity, memories of when you wanted something and you didn't receive it. So it's through this technology that we can change our mindset completely. And we have two of these power times, the 7th of February and February 21st. So it's the 13th moon. It's the compassion of Shiva, who can remove our bad karma. Okay, so next, please. This is one of the most important new moons of the year. It's called Thai Amavasya. So the month of Thai is very sacred, and this new moon is really key for you to remove the karma of your ancestors and help them evolve. So you can participate in the rituals, they're doing lots of remedies for you. Or you can do your own. You can do Tarpanam at home if you can't. So don't miss it. It's February 9th. Next, please. Okay, now we get into the exciting lunar phases, waxing moon. This is to build, to increase, to fulfill, right? It culminates at the full moon. So never miss a full moon for the goddesses, but think that during the waxing phase, most of the lunar phases are very auspicious, except maybe for the 8th, the 9th, but most of them, the first is so-so, but it still has some light from, no, the first waxing phase is not so great because it's still dark, because it comes after the new moon, which is no moon day. So the first waxing phase is not so auspicious. You can pray to Goddess Durga. The second waxing phase is very auspicious. You can pray for wealth. And the third, even more so. They're associated with Shiva and the goddess Shakti. And you can pray to her. Pray for wealth. So Tritiya, the third lunar phase, is very powerful for wealth meditations. The fourth is not great, but you can pray to Ganesha, remember? We'll see that in a little bit. The fifth waxing phase, I love it. It's Lalita Tripura Sundari, the goddess, and it's also auspicious to look at. So if you can remember that it's your 5th moon, I love it. I try not to miss it. So if it's not overcast, I know that it's the fifth moon, I go outside and get a glimpse, at least quick glimpse. And I like also to look at the constellations, but that's me. And you can also use the sixth waxy moon, which is Shasti for Muruga, and then the seventh is very auspicious. The eighth, not so great, right? You can pray to other archetypes. I don't want to mix things now, so I will not mention. But the ninth moon, not so great, but the 10th moon, fantastic. The 11th moon, also great, for Vishnu. And also the 12th moon, not so great, but it's great to pray to Lord Vishnu and do charity. But it's an okay lunar phase. And then you have Pradosham, which is also for wish fulfillment, as some traditions say in Vedic astrology. So you can both remove your bad karma and also pray, like you can also experience a miracle. The 14th moon, not so great, even though it's waxing, so there's a lot of light, it's almost full moon. Not as bad as the waning one, which is very dark and not auspicious at all. Krishna said that only war works on the 14th moon. And then we have the full moon. Yes, so we'll see all that. Next, please. So during these waxing lunar phases, start conceiving new things to create, maybe a new project, more wealth, had some money figure to your goals, maybe write it down. So do something new and try to increase your wealth every day. The fourth moon is awesome for Ganesha. Ganesha controls all the planets, and you probably noticed that the goddess herself has always two elephants with her, and often even Lord Ganesha. So she is on the left and Ganesha is on the right. Usually in this pretty picture, we have Ganesha behind her, meaning is the first. Connect with Ganesha and ask, please remove all the obstacles in my bank account, in my bank, statement or whatever. So anything that's troubling us. So these thoughts of the bank account are really difficult. Everybody has them, even rich people. So we need to get rid of these thoughts. And Ganesha will do that. These obstacles usually come in the form of thoughts, attitudes, perception. We don't see the opportunity. We're in a negative state. So always pray to Ganesha. Try to break a coconut if you can. And you can also chant to the goddess. So they go together very well. So we have 2 fourth moons, February 12th and February 27th. Thank you. Next. February 13th, we have the spring Navaratri, well, at least one of them. The fifth, I don't know if it's not called, is it the beginning of no, because that's in April, isn't it? So this is just the fifth moon that's very auspicious. It's called Vasant, so spring, I believe it means. Panchami, so fifth moon of the spring time in India, and it's the 13th of February. Let's see, Vasant Panchami is a festival of the Hindus and Sikh. I have forgotten that, yes. And it marks the beginning of the springtime, and it's very auspicious. You can pray to Goddess Lakshmi, to Radha Krishna, etc. There are also Goddess Saraswati is very, very auspicious at this time. In fact, we pray to her primarily to acquire the wisdom that will make our life better. Like, give me the wisdom to become more creative, you have pure thoughts, get help with various things that she rules, like writing, speaking, music, arts, and all kinds of knowledge, learning, right? She's the goddess of knowledge, like Sri Vidya, which would be the goddess Lalita, who rules knowledge, who became Saraswati later. So chant Aim 1008 times to honor goddess Saraswati. She's very loving and very beautiful, always dressed in white, usually. This is a new attire, but she has the characteristic Veena, the instrument. Also, she holds the Vedas and a mala beads, so the rosary, the beads with which we invoke the gods, right? The gods and goddesses. All right, next, please. Valentine's Day, why not make it a special time, right? Whether you're in love or not, whether you have a relationship or not, you can just extend that love to everyone around you. So chant Klim is the sound of the goddess, Lalita, Parvati, Uma. The goddess is all loving and full of compassion, full of beauty, full of creativity. So chant to her to give you good relationships. If you are in love and you have a relationship, you're married, then by all means, improve your relationship, make it even more fantastic if you're happy. If it's not happy, and then you can make it happier through this worship. Okay, so you would pray to the goddess. I like, in Italy we call him Saint Valentine, so San Valentino. We don't call Valentines because it all started with a saint, so we honor the sacredness of relationships through Saint Valentine. I believe in Europe we still call him Saint Valentine. Next, please. Masi Magam. This is a very important full moon. What does it do? It makes you royal. It gives you royalty consciousness. It brings you enlightenment. So Magha is a constellation of Leo. I forget the name in astronomy, but anyway, it's the first nakshatra or constellation in the sign of Leo. And it's fully in Leo, so it starts at 0000 Leo. And when you pray to your ancestors on this day, also you benefit even more because the beings who rule Magha are the Pitris. The Pitri are our ancestor gods, the original ancestors, who have evolved by now. They are in heaven. And also you can do Tarpanam. So even though it's full moon, it's not bad to do Tarpanam. It's always good to start the day that way. So you can also pray for wealth, and pretty much all the divine beings, or all the evolved beings, as far as I know, at some point have been royals. Why do I say that? Because if we're struggling if we haven't figured out the material aspects of life, it's very difficult to evolve. And perhaps some of us have been very wealthy in other lives. Maybe in this life we had a different plan. So we have forgotten how to be wealthy. But Masi Magam, participating in the rituals and doing something special, you can also go into the full moon Shreem Brzee immersion program, which is a great way to celebrate Masi Magam. It will give you royalty consciousness and the understanding at a deep level that there's no scarcity. It's all in your mind. So once you remove the scarcity consciousness, then you're just like a royal. All the Siddhas have figured out the material plane, the material aspect of life. Even when they live in seclusion, like, just with a loincloth, they have been wealthy. They know how to manifest money and wealth. They don't see the separation for that. And for that reason, they've acquired a lot of wisdom. They have become perfected beings. So don't miss this time. It's very, very special. Every full moon is, but this is particularly powerful. Now, Anurada star days. This starts in New York on February 3rd, late at night, I think. And then it ends on the 4th. So that's why I put the 2 days. So Anurada, is the day in which both Goddess Lakshmi and Vishvamitra, the great sage Maharishi Vishvamitra, who gave Dr. Pillai the Shreem Brzee. So we want to honor them on their star day, on their birth star day, which is Anurada. Anurada is also very auspicious. If you want friendship in your life, if you feel lonely, you can ask for friends, pure friends who think like you, not people who are opposite, because that's usually complicated. So to have new friendship and happiness, and it's a very beautiful nakshatra, very auspicious. It's ruled by Saturn, but it carries that energy of wealth. Most people have known who have Anurada star day, Anurada nakshatra, their moon in Anurada nakshatra. They are wealth oriented. They're very good with money. They figure out how to have enough or even more than enough. In fact, I know some millionaires who have Anurada, and even I know of billionaires with Anurada star. Okay. Next, please. Oh, I didn't tell you what to do on Anurada Nakshatra Day. Sorry, let's go back a little. So we want to honor both Lord Vishnu and Goddess Lakshmi with their mantras, Om Namo Narayanaya 108 times, and also more for Goddess Lakshmi to honor her on this Nakshatra Day. Next, please. So the Friday Powertimes, you have a lot of help on Fridays because there are those calls you can join and you can chant with your community, so it makes it very powerful. You can do something at home, maybe bathe the statue of the goddess. I always like to have some statues around because they change my mindset. They become very real. When we're busy, we cannot connect with God. We're always running around so fast. So a statue is a great reminder, and literally the being will go in the statue. Like I have this Ganesha statue with me always, but most of the time, but like on a Sunday even more, because Ganesha is more prominent on a Sunday. But so similarly, on a Friday, you can have a statue of the goddess Lakshmi, or a picture. So do something special, bathe her. If you don't have a statue, you can put if you have a laminated picture of Goddess Lakshmi, you can put a little drop of water on her forehead and offer a flower and a candlelight. And now you already have a ritual. And then you chant your mantras 1008 times, Shreem Brzee. You can also write them. It doesn't take too long. If you prefer writing, or chanting and writing is also great. All right. So do something special on Fridays. You probably feel it already. I feel that it's the energy of the goddess now, Goddess Day. So I pray to the goddesses on that day. And also Lord Venus, if you know the mantra. I don't want to add more things, but if you know the mantra Lord Venus, then recite it. And if you have the Hora watch, which I think you should, I think everybody can benefit from the Hora watch. We started this call. That is the mantra on the Hora watch. And we started this call in the very auspicious time of Venus. So I was very happy with that. Next, please. Tip of the day, of the month rather. Do a daily fantasy meditation. We cannot do this too much. Tesla was into visualization. Einstein was into visualization. We need to visualize. It's also pleasurable because, say, for example, we are creating time with our consciousness. We cannot conceive of a fast time to manifest. At the very least, you're already enjoying it, that thing you want, right? If it's enlightenment, visualize maybe Shiva. Visualize yourself as light. If you want wealth, visualize gold. Visualize Goddess Lakshmi. So visualize her in your house. So maybe for that, you want to feel, okay, I want to remove clutter. I want this to be dusted, to be clean. When I think of Lakshmi, I start cleaning everything. I think, oh my goodness, the goddess cannot be here unless everything is neat and beautiful. Otherwise, our Lakshmi comes in. If you're kind of messy, no shaming anyone, but it can happen on some days. that we don't feel like it, or we have, like we have no energy, then don't feel bad, but do the best you can, right? Always take a shower, wear something nice, and then you have the goddess in the house, so you can visualize her more vividly if you have a clean house and you're wearing clean clothes. So I try to, one way I can visualize is late at night when everybody's quiet and sleeping. So I can visualize very well at that time. During the day, I can, but it's not, at least this is personal. During the day, it's a little more difficult for me to visualize very clearly in details. But at nighttime, I can do that and get to even better ideas. All right, so try to do that as much as possible this month. And I believe this is the last slide before the program. So you have the free events, right? The Friday Shreem Brzee group chanting and the 7 steps to activate your inner abundance. It's a workshop, don't miss it. It's February 11th at 11 PT. So that will be 2 p.m. And Lakshmi is doing that, I believe. And what else? So stay connected. Also, February 11th is very important because that is the day of the Purva Bhadrapada. It's the Nakshatra day of Dr. Pillai. So that is his real birthday. Even though the solar birthday is February 1st, the Nakshatra birthday, which is, the moon birthday, the actual birthday is on February 11th. So that we have 2 birthdays for Dr. Pillai this month. February 1st and February 11th. So make sure you attend that workshop, do something special to honor Dr. Pillai if you want. You can have a picture of him. I always have a picture of him, at least one. I put a petal, and I do something to connect with him because life is better when I do. And it's also, I'm very devoted to him. Right. So next, I think we have, yes, the full moon immersion. So this is very important way to connect with the goddess on the full moon when she's really present. And so you can watch the beautiful puja. You've probably been there, but if you haven't, it's like we offer a flower petal like this. We speak to the petal, and that will multiply the mantras. I think 1,000 times, something huge, I don't remember. And then there is a beautiful fire ritual. So the puja will be with Sucharita and the full moon fire lab with Swamini Valli. All right, so that is a great way to empower your goals and manifest, just manifest. Dr. Pillai says that we were born to manifest. He has said different things throughout the years, but one of the goals definitely is to manifest. The other is to understand relationships and be more loving and to become enlightened, or at least to remember that we can have wealth. So that's a good thing to do. And also maybe to know God. That would be great. Okay, fire is the best way to reach your goals in a nutshell. All right, so if you have any questions, please ask now. No questions. All right, I think you're all pros. If you have no questions. If you have a question, I'd be glad to answer before we go. I meant to do this in a short way, but I think we went into the 40 minutes. So if there are no questions, we'll just close the call. Thank you for joining live. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes, maybe another minute to make sure. Are you all clear how to connect with Dr. Pillai on his birthday? If you cannot join the program, you can do something at home. It's still very powerful and miraculous. Also try on that day, try to chant the mantra, the Shiva Me Vibhuti or another mantra for Dr. Pillai. They're called Mula mantras. All right, so because it's quiet, you're all set. Enjoy February. May this be a miraculous month for you. Stay connected and see you soon.
Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Shreem